What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to my review of the Book of Boba Fett episode 1. And no worries, we're not going to be going to spoilers for this show. I'm going to decide not to do anything spoily for each of the episode reviews that I do. So, overall, I do think it was a good start. I don't think it was as great as I thought it would be, especially the first episode. But there was some great stuff in there. Now, the return, which is the first topic. Again, I'm not going to go into spoiling it, how he returns, but I do think I wanted more from it. I really did. Because the way he returns, it's fine. It does make sense. But as far as like the overall way of how it is done, I do think in the trailers they kind of represented it in a way, and I think my mind went there. But the show, the how and the way they did it in that first episode did not really match that excitement that I had after watching the trailers. But still, it was good enough. The one thing though, I do gotta say that the way this show starts, it basically, there are scenes that take place right after Return of the Jedi. So it's a continuation of that story. And in that way, I do think Boba Fett is not as menacing as I would say that he was in Return of the Jedi. Now, he was that background character for sure, but he had that menace to him. And obviously, the reason people really love this character, it was because of that, and that disappointment that we had towards his death in the Return of Jedi was also because of that, because this character is capable of so much more. The way his mindset really works in this first episode, if they change it down the line, that's one thing, but there is a switch in the character. And I will have to see why that happens. He's a lot different in his characteristics than he was in Return of the Jedi. His mindset and the way his ideology even would work, it's very, very different from what we saw in Return of the Jedi versus what we see in here. Now, there has been a time span between that incident and his return and where this episode takes place. So there is the past stuff that's going on. They still haven't resolved that story, and there is present stuff that starts. So there can be a change, and they can definitely show what happens and why he has changed as a character. But still, it's a big difference. And also, some of the combat, the way the action was represented, some of the shots were great. Some of the stuff was great. But then it did also fall into that usual cut camera and, you know what, somebody's looking this way. Why aren't the two people behind that person actually attacking? Like, he's open or she's open. Go ahead, do your thing. And that happened in Mandalorian, and it's the same thing. And there was a good fight scene that I think that could have been excellent, but it did not really touch that mark because of those quick cuts and close-ups, and the choreography was not top notch. Nonetheless, it was great to see these characters back. It was great to see Boba Fett in action, and there was that one epic moment where he, stands up, he does something, he defeats this monster, and you're like, that's the Boba Fett that I love, and there was that moment. So they do give you that moment. But other than that, there was nothing else that was big or something big that actually really happens. And hopefully this series is not like some of the usual Disney Plus series. It was that, okay, every episode there is that cliffhanger or something that happens really towards the end, and then you gotta wait for the second episode. And then each episode, it's really something that happens towards the end that you get excited for the next. So I do hope they don't fall into that trap of like doing that and every episode kind of like only really does something towards the end. But it was still a good start. I would give this one a 7 out of 10. So, what did you all think about this episode? Leave a comment below. Let me know. And other than that, I want to say thank you for watching. Thanks for all the support. If you like these kind of casual reviews, there are a whole lot others on the channel. Please go have a watch. Yeah, take it easy. Take care. And I will catch you all soon. Until then, ta-ta. Ake out.